International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons. Interpol's all hot and bothered about them. Can't sell them on the black market. Too dangerous. Yeah, the cocoon smuggling ain't lucrative. Man, I'm in International Affairs. I know the deal. Indeed. Interpol wanted... You kids think up the... No way am I going to risk my life and limb just to get my hands on some dirty cocoon money. According to report, these cocoons are... Okay. This is the only motive I got. He's up to something. I can think of a few things. That. Oh, nice one, nice one. I'm running scared now. You had to know about the cocoon. I've never heard of. Well, knew about them, even the uses. Then I've nothing to embarrass. You could say people like me who know them are... Yeah. Too. Interpol's all hot and bothered about them. So there are... all over the world, likely deep undercover, most of them. That's why these cocoons are too hot. Most came to the conclusion, can't sell them on the black market, it's too dangerous. Dangerous? Yeah, Interpol finds you, they arrest you on the spot. Or another marketeer might think you're a part of the thing and just take you out. Times have changed. But wouldn't... Yeah, and attention. Every gangster and his brother would... Maybe we could get them to cut his hair. You don't even try to mess with... I know the deal. Which is why you know how to find a loophole in the system. Hey, you can say whatever you want from me, but back off. There ain't no loopholes, okay? What do you think we are, boys? Down, it's as you say, there are no loopholes, at least in the case of these cocoons. Interpol and... No. Not like some... Why, out of what? You want to say? Let's do this, yeah. Has to be the key. There's got to be a way to find out. Well, that's not gonna work. Nope. Not going the way I want this to. To be fair, I never said anything about selling them on the... That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Why not choose the less dangerous buyer then? I would. The second they found out I was a cop, I'd kiss my keys. Why sell black to a... How about someone like this? A deadly poison can be extracted, but it can also... I cure. You went to visit the victim of the... why, that's the disease the Chief Justice son has. Our witness is a detective. He would have contact. Not even... But even if... why did it have to be an international scandal? One... Detective, is this true? First, I'm a murderer, now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes are you trying to pin? The seller couldn't hope for it. Don't deal. Where's your proof? Well... Oh yeah, and you're forgetting the one other important thing. Interpol isn't the only ones out there watching this project. So we were informed. Let's continue with the cross-examination. Everyone gets checked. Just how strict is this custom check? Way strict. They keep planes on the ground for hours. I do recall being a... gumdrops and marshmallows. Yes, it would have... was... I remember saying off the metal detective. Leave the bling at home, you. And get you sentenced to death. That's pretty extreme. They're beyond hardcore with. So this level of security shows us how truly they're concerned about those. I'd sure like to know. Yeah, I need to know. But if we get not exactly something you'd want to go copying, but if you purely from at least, I wait for a judicial replica has to be the key. Find out what he's up to. I was right. One way to get something out of the country. No, what is it? You become a prosecutor. Ah, I don't believe it. Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday in your office? It was a beautiful instrument. How did it end up here? I mentioned how I enjoyed playing it that night and she made it. That it is. We couldn't carry it to the plane, Chin. They brought it up. Seen and untouched. Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched. Quite. The guitar was wrapped in several sheets of vacuum. Are you saying the guitar was with cocoons this? Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin, the guitar had some work done on it recently. Good memory, Air Forehead. Well, you know how guitars. Yes, this is. And exactly. Considering this, what if the igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached? You mean, he means this, of course. There was. They could use the. And who better to do that than someone with access, like was placed in there. It was a safety precaution. At last, it all comes. Every strange thing that happened that day. Care to review? Do we really have to do... we have to listen to it again. The key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar. I see, but things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being... Only members who could get near that case. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler, Mr. Latois. Had to check this. So, Mr. Latois tried to examine the guitar himself. If the cocoon was confiscated, then the gig would be up. The only thing left for the smuggler. It's over. Press the switch. Now. Burst into flames. The cocoon was lost. And then... there's your case. Detective Kristen, I gotta know. You make all that up on the fly? For a made-up story, it makes a great deal of sense, Darion. Sorry, man, but I haven't... True, you haven't. To see you make up a story for that kid. How'd I hit the... It's not hard to imagine. You had help aboard January. That's all. The voice... Press the switch now. You made this transmission from backstage while your co-conspirator wasn't, but this is it, the coup de grace. For once I know what I'm doing, there's only one person who could have helped him. Be warned. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Who was the smuggler's accomplice? There's only one person who meets all the requirements of the accomplice, and that's the person that... But Mr. Justice, he's your client. I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than I am. But I'm here to defend him of the murderer, and I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime. But what if... It couldn't have been. The reason is the electron... Recall, this remote only works at a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless. Now, think back to the testimony when... Right above the dressing room. Well, looking at this, it seems... No. When the shooter made that transmission, slightly different than shown here. It was in the middle of the guitar serenade. Part of the stage was raised. Prosecutor Gavin and Lamora's stand-in were in the air. They were on the tower, which happened to be 15 feet tall. Oh, I wasn't expecting this episode to be this long, but I'm glad we finishing this episode up. Well, Detective Crescent, what do you say to that, Your Honor? Yes, Detective. Could we see the video where... Just one more time. Well, I don't see why not. Don't tell me he has a way out for this. Yeah, see, it's opening up right there. It's already on fire right here. Too bad, so sad, punk. Punk? What exactly was this? Isn't what we see, correct, Doc? Alright. We are musicians, after all. Care to explain for us, not? Sure thing, punk. Let me get... You're saying I ordered the wee pianist to set up that igniter. That's right? Yes. Well, in order to do that, he'd have to press the switch. Am I right? Okay. Well, take another listen and pay attention to the piano. Well, it seems... And that's the problem, man. You still don't get it. Yeah, how is he supposed to hit that switch he's playing? You got... But according to you, she couldn't have been the accomplice, could she? Your accomplice would have had a hard time if they couldn't even press a switch. Ah, jeez. The winner plays non-stop. He couldn't have pressed that switch. Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does seem to be playing when the car... Well, it's okay. We all... Apollo, were you... I can't be wrong. Everything makes... It's just... strange. What's strange? No, it's just... Something's odd about the performance there. Odd? Didn't press that switch, then he could not... But... Here's some facts. In other words, your story is... Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion. What's... Your answer will... Give it some thoughts. I know that. It has to be him. He was the only one there who could have helped. And a way to prove it. What do I do? There has to be something that doesn't fit. Something odd. Wait a second. What was Gavin saying just now? Strange. What? No, it's just... Something's odd about the performance there. I don't know if but I can prove it was possible. Then, as a prosecutor, Air Forehead, you sure about this? Hey, accept it. There's no evidence, man. Base for my claim is music, Your Honor. Let's listen to the piano part around the time the switch, right before the burst into flames. Being played, but doesn't sound kind of. And I think I know what he's suggesting. You think Machi could have played with one hand? He only needed one hand with that switch. He could. Actually, no. Then what do you know? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here. Wait, I know. Hey, Trucy, yeah? Mr. Wright, your father, he's a pianist. Could he... Oh, Daddy? So sorry, sad for... No, not really, huh? That was just an easy way to prove it. There's always the hard way. You admit it, or... But it's highly likely he was playing. How do you know that? The clue was the... I'll bet we can tell by listening to a certain part of the song. No, no way. Well, it seems we've come to the moment of truth at last. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say. So it's right before Archie's definitely just before. Oh. Ah. Oh, I can't. I've never been a piano player. I mean, biggest thing I could think of is that it just sounds like he's kind of moving up the scale, which generally speaking can be played with one hand. It's a beautiful song, and I know, I just need to find a place to compare it to that. I know that one was not what I was looking for. At least I did. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That'll probably be cut. At least I'm not losing any... Realize by now just what it is that sound, as I'm sure you realize yourself here, Forehead. Realize what? I'll demonstrate. Let's listen to the play the butterfly. Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing? You're right, enough of that. Let's listen to another section, shall we? The guitar burst into flames at the end of the second verse. I figured. I knew it had to be something like this. It sounds like he's just repeating himself. But they're clearly very... What? Well put, Your Honor. The phrase... But the same... You'd have to use 2 hands to play that for sure. This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. So the 2 voices had different arrangements. Happened all the time. Not this time, Darian. There's no point in changing it if you can't hear it clearly. That wasn't the point. Why should... Now ask yourself. He needed a free hand to press the switch. Like I said, I wanted to get this case over with, so sorry that this is a bit longer of an episode than I would have liked to admit. Look, I can't believe it. I finally did it. I shut him up. It's not over. I don't like... You tell him, Gavin. Tell him what it's so disappointing. Personally, I'm not terribly disappointed in you here, Forehead. Yes, don't get me wrong. Your case is solid. The facts all checked out. But even now, you have yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence. Yeah, but the facts, anyone can see it. It was him. Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid your case doesn't cut it, but 1,000 facts might point. But without a decisive evidence, it's not enough. It does not seem as though the defense may have. It is unfortunate, but at present this court is unable to acknowledge your act. What? Truth is stolen. What's the point of the legal system that protects that is an excellent point, Apollo. It won't be easy proving he did it, especially not under the current court system. Every man has an ignorance. I wonder if he meant... No, that kind of thing. I won't be able to press him. I've got to find a weak spot. Something fatal. So, can I get back to work now, or what? It may look like... But I got... Well, Mr. Justice, we've come to this far without decisive evidence. This witness won't be coming back to the stand once we let... Every man has an igniter. Didn't you say the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, Press? Ah, yes, good guitars are kept. Even a small spark could cause the earth. The plant has an igniter in it, too. It was... There. What? Sorry. He'll be... What? Is this igniter supposed to come up and... And I intend... Therefore, Head, you are accusing this man of 2 crimes, the murder and the smuggling of the book. This is your last chance to prove your case. Mr. Justice, this will be your last warning. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud... Yes, Your Honor. Then, let's have it. Show us the bases. This is really my last chance. The key will take... The defense is prepared to show. If I'm willing to bet anything... So exactly how am I supposed to react? Penalty. Ow, ow, ow. Try once more. Show us the bases. Are you sure about this? The key to... Ah. So what is it? It's true that I couldn't have showed this, but perhaps what I needed. You mean a witness? Proving his guilt is, but I've got just the person to do it. The one person who can prove is the defendant, Machi. And again? Wasn't accomplished without him, darn. Furthermore, he can easily prove that. How so? It will require just one. The burnt cocoon would have. Thus, if Machi acknowledges his agreement with... This case is solved. Your unrelenting passion. Why not? The little key. Especially not taking a good means death. Bye, Butcher. Ah. Then he's not taking. But you're wrong, Detective Crescent. What? It's the other. Machi doesn't have to admit smuggling. He's... Look, if Machi admits to smuggling here, then he'll be tried in our courts by our laws. You don't get to the... The victim in this case wasn't... I'm sure the news had already reached... Including the part about the barger. Yeah, but... but if Machi doesn't admit to smuggling now, he'll eventually be picked up by... Like he's in any danger. We're not going to find him guilty of murder here. Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me. The cocoon smuggling, your entire plan? Machitomi knows everything. There's only one way to... And that's... The crime of the cocoon. Heh. Don't worry. There. I'll get you. You want a house made out of cookies? Or no, a house made out of... Come on. Don't talk. Dude went insane. Once again, another close case. We were. I'm guessing we can treat this as process. Well, have you been? Yes. And you'll talk. You'll tell the court everything. I didn't want to turn it, but I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime. Today's trials was all for your benefit, you know. I see no reason why you shouldn't. I knew from the beginning, I knew. Situations I cannot explain, but money I needed. Very much money. The only thing that defines. However, we may have to consider an alternative system by which our. I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our country. And with regards to your current charges from this court is prepared to announce the verdict. I only lie, but you see truth. You find truth. That's our job. Very well. Not guilty. Successfully defended another client. Court adjourned. I wonder what happened to Machi. Well, he did smuggle a cocoon. I guess there'll be another trial here. That ends. I owe you. Something wrong? I'm sorry. Machi was your partner on stage, your friend. Yes, I thought of him as my own son. Yet something got a hold of him, something evil. I see that. He must pay for what he's done. Do not be sorry. You have given me courage. Courage? I'm considering an eye operation. It was my suggestion, actually. It's funny, Night seems... Going to the doctor... An accident. As you know, I suffer from amnesia. I feared that if I could see, perhaps... I was scared. You know what changed her mind? Hearing your defense. If the light returns to my eyes, I think I will take a painting. And I will paint the two of you. Woohoo! I can't wait. Thanks, Mr. Right, but for what? You reminded me I need... Oh, my secret mission, that is. Right, your secret mission. The guitar serenade was a huge hit. But there's something I need to say. Next time you write a ballad... another exhausting case, but we survived. And I'll see you guys next time on Hades Plays Apollo Justice, another achievement.